Yeah, what is up, guys? It is the weekend. I sorry to take long to do a video, but y'all know I gotta work too. So today what I'll be doing is one of my guys, my subscribers, had requested that I do a comparison between these two. It's the VKAR BISON 120 amp ESC version and the Mini E-Revo VXL, who has the 383M VXL motor, which is the largest in its class, which is pretty big. So I am just doing this comparison. But before I do, I just want to give a huge shout out to Brett over at A-Main. That guy had like the best X-Max video ever. He bashed it in one of these videos and just destroyed it. It's Brett Bowen RC, B initial Bowen RC. Check out his X-Max breakage video. I think it's one of the best ever. It inspired me to do videos because he got a ton of hate and he actually handled it real well, so I respect that guy tons. And I'm also super excited today because I've reached out to two of the biggest bashers in the world. You guys might know them if you subscribe to my channel, and they said it'd be cool if I drive about 8 hours from where I'm from here and do a bash at their huge jump track that they usually do. That'd be awesome. Obviously I'm a rookie at the game of bashing because y'all know I love my cars clean, and that'd be fun. It'd be fun just to see it in person. Have them guest appearance on my channel. Can you believe that? Two biggest bashers in the world guest appearance on my channel. That'd be awesome. But they're cool guys. They respond to everybody. Just giving you some views here. Let me go in the sun. Maybe it's go at it or block the sun to make it look better. But the E-Revo, back to the cars. This comes with a dusty shroud, so if you wanted to bash it, you could. I forgot if that's a 2200, but it's got the SC8 ready to run. This VKAR BISON is good, but if you make a jump to a crane, it actually it's a lot more durable. It comes with a wheelie bar, LEDs on the front and the back, and the size is it's about a 1/9, 1/9 I would say, not quite a 1/8, but as you can see, the E-Revo is a lot smaller. So for the guy who wanted to see this, I'm just showing you a good size there. The suspension travel, GTR shocks, cantilever, but this thing drives badass. Now what I'd recommend, we'll get to that, but let me start driving it while I talk. All right, here we go. So the BISON, between this and the E-Revo, which one should you buy? The guy was saying which one's better bang for your buck, and I was like saying doing this video to let you know which one I would choose. Now the BISON, for the value, man, you can't beat it. It's fast, it's fun to get started, it's got LEDs, it's got a wheelie bar, and it's got all that, and it's like unbelievably marked good for the value, in my opinion. I think size-wise and how cool it is, I'll probably get it because I'm not a hard basher, but I do like to run it on the street. Occasionally I'll take it to the dirt track, and it's awesome, and it wheelies easily, and it's fast. So 3S, okay, running. It's got that green castle looking motor that it comes with, and the version 3, because this is the version 2, has a steel metal chassis underneath, which is great. And this one, let me drive it over here real quick to show you guys. Yeah, come on over here. Good. Very closer. Okay, there we go. So underneath this is plastic, So you look underneath, see? So that's plastic. But the version 3, this is the version 2. The version 3 is aluminum chassis plate underneath, which is badass, I think. But man, it's good value for your money. I'd say it's price point about $300. Sometimes you'll get a flash sale on GearBest or A-Main, or I'm not A-Main, Banggood or whatever. It's a Chinese car. It takes forever to ship. But I jumped it once. It did break a few times. What broke was just, little things that you could get, but the parts take forever to come. Now, if you're thinking of the E-Revo, that's a whole nother story. The E-Revo is badass, and your part support is 100% covered. Just register right away when you get it from TRAXXAS. I recently had some damage on my 2.0 VXL, and it basically, they shipped it in like 3 days. My shock rod ends and the caps. TRAXXAS is awesome about that. So I would personally, and if you're not bashing in a huge area, like just your backyard, like Nezzy's RC World, he has some backyard bashes, that'd be perfect for the Mini Revo, because it's smaller and it's not a big area. But if you're a big area, you want it and you want to tune, I think there's nothing wrong with getting the Bison. I think it's the best for your value. But you know, TRAXXAS is just an experience you want to go through because they're awesome too. Okay, here's the eRevo VXL brushless 3M motor. Oh, right now I'm kind of low on batteries. Let me switch this out real quick. It's not. So this thing could take, obviously, you could get a series connector, you could get a parallel connector. Hold on, let me fix this. Okay, so back to that. So you could get a, I have a series connector running this for more power. 2 nickel metal hydride batteries, and or you could just, you know, I'm gonna put a 3S in there. Hopefully this has some charge in it. What you just saw was there's not much charge. That's why it was kind of slow. But I'm gonna throw this in there. Usually you got to get a 1300 milliamp or 2200 if it's a TRAXXAS battery to put in there, because these battery compartments are kind of small. But if you get a parallel, obviously you get more runtime. But I think parallel is kind of useless, because if you had 2 of these, you just use one and then you just switch it out anyways. There's no point. It takes like a second to switch out. You still get double runtime having 2 batteries. So I feel there's not necessarily a need for a parallel connector, and you get a series, because then you'll get 49 miles per hour. If you got to buy an extra nickel metal hydride battery. Is what I'm using. It's a 1200 milliamp. And it comes with one already. And also the new eRevo 16 scale comes with the top qualifier I, or whatever, this one, which is cool. It has TRAXXAS stability management, where the older version didn't. Alright, another thing I want to show you real quick. This thing is very easy to adjust and manually. TRAXXAS is a cool way. You could do like SRT, which is sport racing, or training mode. All you do is you hold it when it's off, and then it'll beep once, green, and then that's sport. You know, racing's 2, and then 3. Training mode's 3 if you want someone training. But you could also, if you want to do Lipo battery, see right now it's red like that. You turn it on, you leave it on, and you just hold this thing for about 30 seconds, and then it'll automatically go to Lipo. So I just put a 3S Lipo in there, and it should, after about 30 seconds, it'll automatically go and turn. There you go, you hear that? So now it's green, see? So it's on Lipo mode, so we can see how the Lipo runs. There we go, much better. So the big difference between Lipo and nickel metal hydride is obviously the nickel metal hydride that you guys just see me run will run out faster. So I mean, it'll last longer, but it'll like, the battery will start dying faster, you know what I'm saying? So it will basically start off super fast. So if I have both nickel metal hydride batteries in there, it'll be like, whatchamacallit, starting off like, you know, 49 miles per hour, and then by the end it's like only going like 30 miles per hour. Now with a 3S Lipo, you see that obviously it's faster, and it'll stay fast the whole time, you know, and it'll be really cool. So yeah, but this thing's about doing, supposedly, if it's fully charged and it's fast, it's doing about 49 miles per hour, you know, so which is cool. It's fast. So it's actually with the 3S Lipo, it's faster than the Bison, you know. It's small, you could bash it, you know. I'm not full throttling it, and it obviously will wheelie really easy. I'm just not I'm just not full throttling it. I'm kind of easing into the throttle. But this thing is a badass basher. I mean, I've jumped it a lot, and on grass, of course, because I don't like to break my cars, and nothing broke, but I jumped it high off my other jump, and you can't go wrong with TRAXXAS. This is a fun little car. I definitely recommend it. So the guy that asked me to do this, man, you made it real hard for me, because I love both these cars a lot, and I don't know, like, you know, what I'd pick, like if I had to choose 2. But to be honest, you know, I'm thinking about it, I would probably pick this, because I think like parts wise and the engineering, the ingenuity is awesome on this car, man. Awesome. It's just a crazy little beast. I flipped it. I'm driving kind of easy right now because I don't want to flip it, but it's fast for a small little thing like that. 1/16. I mean, you saw the size comparison compared to the Bison. It is absolutely a beast. I mean, it's small, but it's fast, man. So I would definitely recommend it. You know, that's that. Oh, and it comes with a gear too. I think the speed gear is like a 26 that it comes with, something like that. And then it has a 23, and you put the lower one in there because when you do put 3S or you put a dual nickel metal hydride, you don't want it to burn out. The motor will get hot if the gear's too high to make it go fast. But right now with the gear, if I put the other gear, it'd go even faster. But then within like 2 minutes, it'd probably heat up and overheat, and then it'll have like a thermal shutdown on the ESC. But you know, 49 miles per hour is already fast enough for a little thing like this. You don't need this thing going super duper fast. But yeah, it's fun, man. It's fast too for a little thing. Definitely fast. But yeah, so I'm gonna run it again. I'll just show you the speed comparisons. But the Bison, you know, you gear that thing up, it'll probably do like 50. But you know, right now out of the box, straight out of the box with the included 3S, 2500 milliamp or whatever, it does probably you know, 42 to 45. Honestly, you know, some people claiming it's 48, 49, but you know, so they're relatively the same. But for the package deal and what you get, you can always get the telemetry link with this, and the telemetry link can let you know how fast it's really going and stuff like that. But yeah, this little, you know, ooh, look at that shit. Ooh, that's badass. Ooh, it's a crazy little thing, I'm telling you. It does tricks like breakdancing moves too, but it's so fun. I had fun with this thing. But yeah, see, that's not even, that's about like half throttle because I don't want to like flip too much. There it is. Bring it back, bring it back. Good handling, man, for a little truck. It's probably the best 1/16th out there. But you know, the Savage XS, that thing, oh, the Savage XS is absolutely cool too. I have that, and I have the Low C Mini 8. Not T, I think just the Mini 8. But that, yeah, T's the truggy. But the Mini 8 is like comparable, you know. I think I did a video with this compared to the Mini 8 and the Savage XS. But for 16th, I think this is like one of the best in its class. Just because it's like fun, you know. It's fun, like just easily changing lipo to nickel metal with that button press that I showed you. And just the way it is, I think the fun factor and the way you set it up, you know, when you upgrade the parts, you just feel real good about it. Whereas the others are very basic, simple platforms. And I was talking with Brett today, comparing to Creighton with the e-Revo 2.0, and he was saying like what my thoughts were, you know, so I gave him a long ass spill. You know, that guy's cool. Cause you know, I love talking about him and what I think. Some people don't really care what I think, and that's fine too. And but you know, the people that actually ask me, it means a lot, cause I like talking about it. That's kind of fun, you know, hanging out with you guys, talking about it. Woo! There it is on its back. Okay. Okay, last little more footage of the VKAR Bison right here. It's big, it may seem slower, but it's pretty much the same speed, you know, both these cars. It's close. This car is actually awesome. I mean, it's so much more monstrous than the 16 scale. And these tires though, I'd say, you know, you'd always switch out the tires. You get some Badlands, like some MX-28s or something like that. I think it's, what is it, 12 millimeter hexes? Yeah, I think it's 12 millimeter hexes. Is that, or is it 17? I can't remember. But anyway, no, I think it might be 17 on here. But don't quote me on that. But yeah, it's a great car. Oh yeah, the tires, see, they don't traction. You can kind of drift really easy on this thing. You just kind of see that. So that's kind of cool. Less crazy. I don't know, you want something bigger, just get this. Now price might have risen. You know, some guy was just recently asking me where to get it because he felt like GearBest is kind of deceiving. But you know, I don't know. I think GearBest is good. I bought stuff on there before. You know, the standard stock battery, I can feel the battery letting up just a tad, but just a tad. But yeah, this thing is pretty fun, man. Especially on tarmac like this, you know. You don't really flip that much because it's see, because the tires aren't super grippy. You know, like the e-Revo would have flipped like crazy already. But yeah, man, I appreciate you guys watching. I'm gonna sit out here, kill off these batteries, have fun with it, and have a great day, all right? Keep bashing and having fun. Oh, I kind of like drifting like that. The cheetah's a little faster. That's a whole nother story. Cheetah / zombie. You know, I could talk about those for days too. But thanks for watching. Alright guys, anyways, that's another quick look. Both cars. Comparison of both and kind of how they run, which one you want to buy. I hope this helps convince you. I have to have them both because like I like them both about equally, you know, because sometimes I like to just bash my front yard or somewhere smaller. You can have a blast with the e-Revo. That thing is just ballistic. And then of course you want something bigger and more monstrous and just nice to sit on your shelf too, or just crazy bash. This thing's pretty durable, honestly, for the value. It's half the price of like the freaking e-Revo, and it's like just as fun, you know, almost just as fast too. Of course, the e-Revo and the Creighton are like another class, I think. You know, it's maybe like, this might be like a 1/9, they're 1/8. You know, so it's a little bit smaller. I could do a size comparison later if you want, but I just feel like they're a lot more durable than these, and the parts are more available. Well, at least on the e-Revo, but the Creighton, not so much anymore, you know. I flipped my Italian the other day, scraped up one of these body posts, and, you know, I tried to look for the part. I found it before, but now it's like super hard to find, so I don't know if Horizon Hobby is going to keep that going with them or not. But anyways, guys, have a great day. It's the weekend. Go spend some money. Have fun with RCs.